one of the most consistent, amazing mountains, and let's check out some highlights. Nice easy day with me. No pressure.
This is kind of like the pace I ski at, like I did ski line.
Yeah, you're right. I am as good as you. I hear you. This trip that I was on, I was able to go with a friend of mine, JJ. He lives in Revelstoke, and we were able to ride together or ski together. And that was really, really nice because he pushes me quite a bit. He's a lot better than I am. He skis a lot more days than I do. And he took me to places that I wouldn't normally go. If I'm there on my own, I usually tend to be pretty conservative and just enjoy popping off things in the lower bowl there. But he pushed me to get to some steeper areas. So we did a couple of the ridges. There's one ridge that kind of goes from the top of Stairway to Heaven chair, and it runs all the way along Foosbowl, which is on the skier's left side, or on the right side, there's another steep pitch that goes down to that intermediate beginner bowl. So the conditions at Kicking Horse weren't the best all time, but they had great coverage. This is typical of everywhere last year. And the thing I really like about Kicking Horse is similar to Panorama, they have a base elevation and a summit elevation that are both relatively high for this area, for Western Canada. And that means that the snow stays very consistent. If it's a warmer stretch down lower in the town of Golden, then it's gonna stay nice and cool up top there. So that's something that's really, really great about it, is that it has a pretty long elevation change from the summit down to the base. But since the base is so high, it's very consistent snow. So very top, you're gonna have some light powders, maybe some harder pack stuff. You're gonna get that same thing at the base, so you can ride the same ski comfortably, the same wax comfortably. It's not like a place like Whistler or Revelstoke that has those big changes in temperatures and snow conditions as a result of that. So that's why I really like planning around going to Kicking Horse and Panorama, but Kicking Horse especially is just like Panorama on steroids. It takes all the best parts of Panorama, puts them up a little higher, a little gnarlier, a little steeper, more chutes, and a really, really cool place to go. This is one of those places that you could go to, and I recommend to people that even if you're not a skier, even if you don't have the time to put in a full day or something, or the legs or whatever, just being able to go to Kicking Horse, check out the base, take that gondola right to the very top, the Eagle Eye restaurant, grab an appetizer and a Caesar, and just enjoy the absolute all-time views. Yeah, so for the location of Kicking Horse, it's a really great location because it's before Rogers Pass, if you're coming from Calgary, and the Kicking Horse to Revelstoke is notorious for being a really rough drive sometimes because it is Rogers Pass. It is a very high elevation, high snowfall, high storm probability in that area. They actually close it quite often. There's kind of a joke about Revelstoke being called Revel Stuck, and I have actually been stuck there because of how much snow happened in Rogers Pass, which generally meant great snow in Revy. But having that access to an incredible all-time alpine mountain like Kicking Horse from Calgary is something I don't think a lot of people appreciate as much as they should. The thing about Kicking Horse is that it is much more advanced than a place like Panorama, Kimberley, Lake Louise, Sunshine, Castle, all those types of resorts. Those are going to be better for like a big group of people or a variety of skill levels in a family, because the beginners aren't going to have as much terrain to ride here, and it's kind of a really unique setup. So what they have is a gondola that goes right from the base all the way to the peak, and that's kind of the main lift access that you're going to have there. From there you can take the Stairway to Heaven chair that gets you to another peak kind of just parallel to it, and gives you access to some amazing bowls and spines and chutes, but all pretty advanced stuff. So there is a way down if you are a beginner, intermediate, or just a tired advanced rider like myself usually is. There's a way down. You can take a cat track from the very top that gives you incredible views, all the way to kind of a big open bowl that you can ski down and find your way down that way. If you're really tired or really a beginner, there is like a cat track that goes all the way down, but it's not what you'd want to do all the time. So if you're a true beginner, there's better zones on this mountain, or there's even better mountains to try out. But if you are in that intermediate advanced, pushing advanced expert level, this place is Disneyland. It's so, so good. There wasn't enough snow to justify hiking up to Foosbol and coming down. It was pretty exposed and washed out and wasn't really great. And we only had the one day, so we wanted to make the most mileage we could out of the day. So we ended up doing this ridge that was going right along the Stairway to Heaven chair there, and then we dropped into the left. JJ went up to a really cool little spot trying to find a chute kind of thing to go into that hadn't been skied much yet. And he did find it, but he found out it was not the best snow conditions under what looked like pristine powder. And we kind of knew that because it hadn't really snowed in like a week or two. And so, yeah, he did that. I was able to come down into the Foosbol as well through that side. And it was just a ton of fun. We were able to get all the way down and just have a ton of fun that way. The other zone we ended up doing was, the thing was Kicking Horse. You had to go all the way to the bottom and come up the gondola again. When you get off the gondola, we took skiers right this time. We snuck down that ridge. That ridge is going to take you to terrain that can be like kind of higher intermediate advanced skier can get into those zones. And we came in at a bunch of different locations on that bowl. Found some really good lines. Let's check those out, and I'll talk to you after. Yeah, so in conclusion, this trip was short but amazing. Given the conditions of all of BC, it was fantastic to be able to get to a resort that had consistent conditions all the way down, very limited exposure to things, and still being able to find some really fun things like the couple chute entrances we found, the treat areas, the groomers were still great, and there was even some fun little like bermy mountain bike trails we were able to ride in and ski through, and that was really fun. So absolutely love Kicking Horse and highly recommend it. This trip was great. Thank you, JJ, for coming out with me, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. You.